Welcome, Mr. Ian, to this edition of the Domotex. I think this particular concept of Opendesk is a fantastic concept, and I am seeing this for the first time in this edition of Domotex. Can you explain a little more about this concept?
Yes, certainly. Opendesk is a UK-based company, and what we want to realize is for consumers to connect directly with the designers and directly with the makers. We are a company that's more a web company than a furniture company, but we do sell furniture, and we make it possible for people to find out, what is the name of the designer, what's the signature of the designer that's behind it. And we're not a branded company as in we want to hide who's actually doing the real design work and where we manufacture. We want to be completely transparent. So to be transparent, we make it possible for clients to select their design and then select which maker they want to make their furniture. Now, why we do that is because we think it's what the internet does best is to connect people directly. And another thing we find very important is that manufacturing starts to move closer and closer to where a product is actually being used. Especially with digital design and digital manufacturing becoming such a big part of our lives, and the cost of those being driven down. So we took those concepts and we generated a system where we have a few tens of external designers with designs which we think are really hopefully interesting and inspiring for consumers. They're all wood-based, so we have a design restriction which basically says we work with plywood, we work with 4x8 feet sheets, and we use CNC technology. So that restricts the design freedom. On the other hand, that pushes designers also to think, how can you get a really interesting 3D shape from a 3D sheet? And we've been very impressed with what we've seen. So digital design and digital manufacturing makes it possible to design in one place and to distribute, to serve clients globally around the world. So this is exactly what we're doing. So we have designers in about 25 different countries, and we have makers in almost 100 different countries. So these makers get a file. The file contains the instructions, the digital print for the furniture, but also the finishing instructions, and the maker will deliver it directly to the customer. Now, if I may expand a little bit, the business model for a design, the proposition for a designer, is that there's many young designers who graduate or have a little bit of work experience with great ideas, but they cannot really start their own company. They cannot bring their ideas to life because you need some kind of investment to prototype, which can be considerable, and then stock in order to sell, find a place to sell, or you need to be discovered by a brand, but it's very difficult for young designers. So what we try to do is say, it's all digital. You can propose your design, if you think it's really good, we will prototype it, and then you can start selling from the next week. And you can start selling around the world, where the designer gets a chance to build up his or her name. Our company, half of our company is designers, so we really feel what the difficulty is for these young people. So that's the idea. People can build their own brand name and start to earn some revenue. And for example, if there's a talented Indian designer who has a small brand, some small project, and does some retailing in India, then that's great. Then we say fantastic. sell with us
Global.
anywhere else.
Yes.
And India, we just switch off.
Yes, you are absolutely.
It's a website. It's all digital. So we use the power of the internet. For makers, on the other hand, many of the makers we work with are professional. They need to deliver high quality products to the customers. But they chose this profession also because they have an interest in CNC. They have a passion for wood.
Yeah.
So this is a way for them to not just be a subcontractor, not just make things for exhibition stand, shop window display, things that get thrown away after one time. They never see the face of the customer.
Correct.
Actually, we asked them, okay, there's an order, 2 desks, 3 meeting tables. This and this is the name of the customer. He or she will contact you, and you're going to deliver it directly to them. Carry it into the workplace. See the smile on the face of your customer. And this is job satisfaction. But also we tell the makers, we're not going to push you for the lowest price. Of course, the pricing has to be sensible. But in Opendesk, there is a very simple structure. You are a maker, you are a professional. We use a high quality material. Tell us, how much do you want to charge for this? And Opendesk just takes a small percentage on top of that, transparently. And part of that is for the designer, and part of that for Opendesk, because we have to have a business model in order to make it actually grow. So for the maker, it's very transparent. It's always the same percentage, and we don't push for the lowest price. If you make very high quality, people are very enthusiastic about you. They don't care about who's 5% higher. 5%. It's experience for people.
You're right.
We've had several customers who went to the maker, and they talk to the maker. They have this human connection.
Human connection,
And it's really, really nice. So, of course, the last and maybe the most important question is, we talk about design and we talk about maker. What about the customer? So for the customer, I really like. If I wasn't with Opendesk, I would definitely be an Opendesk customer.
You're right.
Because what I really like about the concept of doing this is that you can support your local economy, and by doing that, by buying locally, you don't just get any local product. You actually get a design product from a designer that you can contact them by email if you want, right? So you get the pieces of our collection are in design musea. It's recognized as a design brand. So you get an actual design product. Price is not the price is not the Vitra level. It's actually below. It's not cheap because we use a high quality material.
And high quality design.
It is high quality design. Now, apart from that, you get you have all these benefits, but actually we also take a lot of care to use a sustainable material. So when you use this kind of furniture, what we keep in mind is that for every tree that we use, another 1.5 tree gets planted. We have all the certifications of Green Guard, F4 star, FSC certified. So these kind of things we find very, very important. For example, one of our clients is Greenpeace, the international environmental activist organization. They were very critical, and rightfully so. So we're very honored to work with them. We fitted out their whole London office, but we also very much appreciate the values of Greenpeace. So if for clients, it is functional, solid furniture, but there's a whole story behind it, and the story behind it is what makes a lot of people excited.
And when I visited first time to your stand, I was amazed with this idea that you are really protecting an intellectual property, because you are giving the right to the designer and you are trying to get him the revenue generated instead of Normally people go to the exhibition, they see the design, they copy the design. But here in your case, you are giving a chance for the designer to bring his product on the international level, and then people can produce without any fear in the mind. And the designer will get his due share.
Yeah.
The manufacturer will get the credit of producing a new design, and the customer will get the benefit of getting a designer product.
Yeah.
Which is, as you rightly told, it is a green product, environmental friendly. It's amazing. You are doing a wonderful cause, which is helping almost all the three main ingredients of the market.
Well, we hope so. We hope so. So we started this company really to change the furniture industry. And to provide completely new value to consumers. I mean, who thought about Airbnb and Uber? They have really changed the way we can we can organize our lives. And we thought the furniture industry can use a little bit of new thinking and internet age thinking. Having said that, we are not a company with a virtual product, and we don't. We are not. Our goal is not to have $1 billion IPO. Actually, the people behind Opendesk, we really care about the designers and the makers that we meet, and we want to create a beautiful, long-lasting concept and get people to join us. It's not a startup in that sense. We are here to stay. So your question about IP, so
intellectual property is being saved and you are protecting it.
Exactly. It's such a painful subject for designers because they don't get mentioned. They spend a lot of effort, and it is also it's an art, but also profession. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
So people have all these skills, have all this experience, and it's just terrible to see that they don't get a lot of love back for all their passion and effort. So for us, it's very clear. Opendesk is a platform. We want it to be possible for designers to run their business over Opendesk, and the same for the makers. And so we want to be transparent and very protective of people's efforts and property.
Thank you, Mr. Ian, and we will write specially an editorials, and we will ask the new designer, enterprising designers, to produce their designers to Opendesk and try to get the benefit and become a member of Opendesk so that their design can be promoted globally.
We are very much looking forward to it.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.